people.
Good evening, everyone. And this is the English Chizai Bar and the first session. And we are very happy to launch the first session of the English Chizai Bar. So this program is delivered by the IPX partners, patent partners, and the e-patents. And so this session is the, how do I say? And we, Okumura-san and I try to speak English only, but sometimes the Japanese.
Yeah,
So,
actually, we have to keep the motivation to try to speak in English. But,
yeah, exactly.
But of course, during the while drinking alcohol, we sometimes possibly may speak Japanese by mistake. But at that time, sorry.
Okay. So so we like to start today's program, and today's agenda is like this. So, and the first one is the introduction, and so as I said, this program is delivered by the Okumura-san and I and Atsushi Nozaki, and so we'd like to introduce myself and to you guys, and also this is a Chizai Bar, and the Chizai is the Chiteki Zaisan in Japanese, and so but the Chizai Bar is originally set up between Yuasa-san at IPTech and I. And e-patents, and so I'd like to explain what is a Chizai Bar, and this is English Chizai Bar, and this originally is in Japanese Chizai Bar. So, and the second agenda is the COVID-19, and I'd like to ask Okumura-san and to explain the COVID-19 situation, and especially from the intellectual property perspective, and the prosecution was something like that, and then we'd like to talk about other topics.
Okay.
And I'm not sure what the topics we should
talk.
Okay, so we'd like to switch the slides, no, pictures. So which Okura-san, please go ahead.
Okay.
Introduce yourself.
Okay. Thank you for organizing this kind of session. And actually, I don't have much opportunity. Recently, I don't have much opportunity to use English. Some people know that I actually studying Korean as a foreign language besides English. So some people have some image that Okumura speaks Korean. But actually, before studying Korean, I had experience to study English because English is an international language. So, okay. I will try to start my self-introduction. My name is Kohei Okumura. I'm running a patent law firm named IPX Patent Partners, and I found this firm 2 years ago. So almost very up-to-date new firms. So our firm is really strong for IT field. IP field patent, especially prosecution fields. So I have our firms has two founders. One of them is me, and then the other one is Mr. Oshitani. I often say Mr. Oshitani as aikata, which is my partner, my life partner. And Oshitani has worked on only patent field, IP fields. So he is kind of the specialist of the IP fields. But instead, before I entered this field, actually, I entered this field 7 years ago. So this is 8th. And before entering the IP field, I worked as a kind of researchers of the IT fields, especially image processing and robotics. So in my case, I have experience of the researching or studying or developing the robotics or image processing IT fields. And also I have experience to make this specification. So, but instead, Oshitani belong to company of the IP division. So he has experience the writing, making the specification, and also how to deal the IP in companies. So Nozaki-san and Nozaki-san is one of good friends. We went to same international conference last year. So other time
that's an international conference.
Mainly 90% Korean people, but we gave a presentation in English. So, and also Nozaki-san and I often go to karaoke, the same hobbies. So this time, this is the corona, because of the corona, we can't go outside, but I really want to go to karaoke after finishing this field. Thank you very much.
So I'm very surprised. So and you talked a lot.
Sorry.
No problem. And I never imagined that. So you introduce yourself so long time.
I'm not sure how to finish.
Yeah. No problem. And but so how to say, and so it was a very good opportunity for us and to visit Korea, and because I was invited to Korea and in Daejeon. And the second biggest city?
Yes, not second, but one of the biggest ones.
One of the biggest city, and because the Daejeon and the Korean patent office is located in Daejeon, and it's about a 1 hour train, and from the Seoul and center of the Korea.
200 kilometers.
200 kilometers. And so I was invited to session, and so. And as Okumura-san said, Okumura-san is very fluent in Korean and not only the English.
Sorry, the Korean is better.
Okay, gotcha. Korean is better and than English. And but so I'd like to ask you how you run the Korean and the reader as a English as a topics. And so I very how to say appreciate Okumura-san's help and during my stay in Korea and because in the Daejeon area I could not communicate with the Korean people, almost Korean people in English.
Very hard,
So and of course the IP people in Daejeon and for example the Korean patent office people was patent attorneys and Korean patent attorney, and they could speak English very well, and but almost people in the restaurant or the karaoke bar, so. And except the hotel, and they could not speak English. So and it's a very big help for me and to stay in the Korea and enjoy Korean and stay. And it's almost 1 year ago, and it's middle of July,
almost
last year. So and also at that time so Okumura-san like languages and including Korean and English, and also I worked as London IP and originally US-based companies, and I left that company and 3 years ago and set up the now company. My company is ePatent, and so Okumura-san set up 2 years ago.
2 years ago.
And 3 years ago. And so my company is also young and just 3 years, and now is the 4th year, and I just entered. And so my company ePatent focusing on the intellectual property and especially patent and analytics services and consulting services based on patent analysis results and like patent idea mining and strategy development, portfolio development, something like that. And sometimes I truly enjoy working with the Okumura-san and some patent attorneys, my friends. And also I deliver many seminars or lectures and related to patent searching or analytics and something like that. So it's enough for you to explain myself.
Okay.
Okay. So so I'd like to explain what is the Chizai Bar. And
Chizai Bar.
Chizai Bar. And Chizai is the Japanese word.
Abbreviation of 知的財産.
Exactly. So and Chizai is the Japanese Chizai and 知的財産 abbreviation, and it's a shortened and phrases. And this program is basically talking about intellectual property topics And but the original Chizai Bar was started from 2 or 3 years ago. And so between Yuasa-san at the IPTech, and he was the vice president, and also me, and and also we need to explain the bar. Bar is like a bar is how to say bar is a bar, short bar.
Yeah, just kind of
drinking bar.
Yeah, place where we can drink.
Yeah. So and I'm not sure and how many audience and drink. But Okumura-san is drinking
Japanese sake.
Japanese sake, and I drink the whiskey. So and we'd like to start this English Chizai Bar and call the and in how to say kanpai in Korean.
Korean konbe. Konbe, but this time English.
English. Okay, English. Cheers.
Cheers.
Okay, cheers. So, and the Chizai Bar is talking about not only the intellectual property topics, but also the other topics. And
actually, my image is that the title is Chizai Intellectual Property, but mainly we're gonna add you and Yuasa-san talk about very, how can I say?
Non-IP topic.
Motto, just
ordinary
talk.
I know. And name is a Chizai, but we focusing on talking non-Chizai, no-IP topics.
I like this situation, atmosphere. So.
Yeah. And also, please.
Sometimes I was invited by you and Yuasa-san, and I really enjoyed the original radio Chizai Bar in Japanese.
Yeah. And
both of you speaks a lot, so I often say that not impressive. Many times, you are not impressive this time also.
No. But you think so, and so I how to say, and so I think, and my understanding, I speak a lot, and not so always, Sometimes I have a year, 2 years. So and I'm focusing on the hearing. So. And but many times so I speak a lot because I was drunk. Yeah. So and also how do I say? And as Okumura-san said, so it's a very good opportunity, and not only for Okumura-san but also for me, because I'm not sure the Okumura-san, but for me and right now is I do not have any opportunity to work with the foreign guys, and especially US guys or Germany guys or European guys or Chinese guys. And so and now is only one. I'm working only Japanese people and also Japanese customers and Japanese friends. And so I do not use English for almost 3 years, and just after leaving the Rand IP.
Before founding your original company, you had to talk to your supervisor in English, right?
Exactly. My supervisor is a US guy, and how do I say? I need to talk with him, and I joined the Round IP in 2012, and 8 years ago, and at that time I did not speak English well, and especially exactly. And so I did not, especially, it's very hard for me to listen to English. And speaking English is not so big burden on me, but listening English is very, very big hurdle, challenging.
Yeah, actually, I understand. So to be able to speak English, we have to practice not only just grammar or reading, but we have to try to speak. So maybe you didn't have chance to speak English at that time, but it's easy. I think you got used to speak English soon, I guess.
Yeah, but not soon. And so I was struggling to speak and listen to English for at least 6 months.
6 months.
Yeah, 6 months, and it's a very, how do I say, like a hell, and because I needed to have a meeting and once a week with my
once a
supervisor. And the beginning was how do I say? Beginning just after joining the round IP, and so I did not hearing and listen to what my supervisor said, and so I every time write down what he said and send an email and check what he said. So and it's a very how to say, but I think it's a good training for me to improve my English.
I think so. Yeah. So
And,
you may recently you feel your English skill is decreasing, right?
yeah, exactly. Very, very rapidly decreasing, and also how do I say? And I heavily expecting and Google Translate more how do I say?
I understand.
Stronger on the more improvement.
Yeah,
and also do you know the DeepL? DeepL Translate.
I know. Yeah.
And the Google Translate is a very how do I say good and sophisticated about this. And we know the DeepL, and it's a Germany based.
German based.
German basis and an automatic or translates software, and it's a very, very good. And
I'm very surprised in this kind of sophisticated English translator. And so I guess in the future we don't have to be able to speak English. Just
exactly.
speak in Japanese and with the translator. Everybody understand. So
and also so have you ever been used the Pocket Talk?
Yes, actually yes.
Oh really? You have?
I don't have. I had experience to rent rental service. So I was interested in the Pocket Talk. So when I went to Thailand, of course Thai people, of course some people can understand English, but mainly people use only Thai. Yeah.
And did it work well in Thailand?
Just depends on the situation. But if I mean, like an easy situation, like ordering some food or just how ask
question or reading.
Oh.
So I'm not sure how to say. I've never used the Pocket Talk.
I think it's not necessary now, but in your case, especially you can speak English, but in the future, this kind of the Pocket Talk or translator can be used in every field.
Oh, gotcha.
So but still, I think the real communication will be important, because I mean, if this kind of translator will be majored, people who can speak foreign languages will become rare. But like now, I mean, how can I say, like drink speaking with the people with alcohol, I'd like to talk directly without, you understand what I mean?
So do you know how much does it Pocket Talk cost? It's expensive.
To buy, I think 30,000 yen or something like that. Right?
13,000. Oh, 30,000. Not 13. 30.
30, yeah, 30,000. 30,000.
30,000.
30, yeah.
Not so cheap, not so expensive, but expensive.
And also, recently there are some smartphone apps.
Yeah. And I just had an idea because they had and the next time, and so it's a very interesting for us. And the other part use the translate. And, okay, but we'd like to go into the next topic, and it's a Chizai Bar. We need to be serious, more serious.
Okay.
It's not a Japanese Chizai Bar. It's an English Chizai Bar.
Chizai Bar.
And non-Japanese people might be watching. Not watching, not listening. So
we have to convey important information.
Yeah, exactly.
About IP.
So, so it's a very big. So before asking you and COVID-19, the Japanese situation from the Japanese IP perspective, and but also I like to raise the Japanese IP, not the IP issues, but the Japanese situation issue, and because not only the how to say IP areas, but also the other areas. So Japanese people's how to say information in English is a very weak, not so much. And do you know how to say? Japanese people do not transmit the information in English and towards globally. So and of course the Japanese in IP areas, IP worlds, and the Japanese patent office delivers information and in English sometimes, and but also it's a very limited, I think. And but the other countries and US is English countries and the Europeans are almost they can speak English, and the Chinese guys they are very fluent, and the Koreans some parts people are very fluent, but the Japanese people sometimes fluent, but not so many people in fluent.
I understand what you mean. So the like in Korea or in China, the high educated people likely to be able to speak English very fluently, but in Japan, even some high educated people can't. I know some people who don't speak English. So so this concept is to propagate good information, beneficial information to international people or foreign people. So I think it's nice concept.
But I'm not sure how to say and how many non-Japanese people.
I'm not sure. I don't know.
But no problem for us because it's our English training.
I understand.
Okay, so I'd like to ask you and how does it COVID-19 and the coronavirus situation and from especially from the interpretive perspective.
Okay, so because due to the coronavirus, we can't go out. For foreign people in Japan, actually, we don't force to go out, but the government say that we should refrain from going out. So depends on the situation. Some company just can run. Can't refrain from going outside or working outside. But our firm, I think as I have to obey the government guidelines. So everybody work at home. So remote working system. So not only our firms, some come 20%. I think I heard from some news, but 20% of the companies adopt the telework, remote working system. But 80% company, the people have to work at the office. So I mean, they have to go to the office. This
you mean 80% is 80% companies all staff need to work so offices?
Yeah.
Really?
I think so. I
think 80% companies partially.
Partially.
Part of the people need to work.
Your opinion is right. Sorry. So sorry to interrupt. But my understanding is, and the big enterprise, and such as Hitachi or Toyota or the Mitsubishi or the Mitsui, something like that, that the companies can and to adopt the remote work, the telework policy, and also they might have such equipment. And but the middle size or small size enterprise, and they are very how to say, as a number of the employee is just 300 to 100. And that the companies, it's very hard for them to adopt the remote work equipment or softwares, and because they do not have much experiences or staffs and also budget. And but I think 80% companies are partially using. Partially. Okay. So this is the Japanese work style actually now, and also due to the COVID virus, in the IP field, the patent office also give some, how can I say, like exceptional cases. Like for example, in IP fields, there are out of deadline due dates, but in this situation, some due date, even some people can pass the due date. The patent office can admit this exception, these kind of exceptional cases. Of course, we have to appeal or this is the exceptional case, so it's no chance to keep the deadline, but we have to make these kind of the documents, but the Japanese patent office can admit these exceptional cases. But I don't have chance to see the real, just I heard information, but in our firm, we run normally.
So, and IPX is communicating with other countries' law firm, patent law firm?
Mainly with email.
And also, and further I'd like to ask you is, how to say, and do you have any information from the other countries' firm and from the US or from China?
Yeah. I got information from the foreign country, because we often exchange the cases, like prosecution cases, especially with neighbor countries like Taiwan, Korea, China, something like that.
How about India?
India, we actually, I don't have cases from India, but we have clients to apply in India. But India, I forgot the India cases information, so I have to check. But some that actually Indian firms gave us some information about the coronavirus.
Yeah.
Some countries like especially EPO extend the due date with unitarily, like every case should be extended like in 2 months. I forgot the detailed cases, but in Japan there is no unitary extension, but the exceptional cases can be admitted.
Oh, okay, gotcha. So, and European countries are not, and not only EPO but also the European countries patent office adopts the same policy. And I mean, how to say, Italy or Spain is a very, how to say, more difficult situation. And compared to the France or compared to Germany. And I'm not sure the Italy patent office, Spain patent office, the patent situation. And it's a more difficulty.
Yeah, actually, actually, I'm not Italy case. I'm not sure. So, but I think that compared to EPO is placed in Germany. So I think that compared to EPO, I think they will be in more severe cases. I should have. Sorry, I'm not preparing the.
No. Okay. And I'm sorry. And so I should focus on the Japanese situation. And also, sorry, and I ask you, and the non-Japanese countries situations. And so we just received a comment from the Fujimoto-san, and the excellent. So and please see
today.
But Hajime-san might join us, and today, but so he has another appointment, and but so I expect it, and I expect he will join this program someday.
You talked to him the day before yesterday, right?
Yeah, exactly, and it's a e-patent talk session, and I've just started a talk session from the last week, and I already prepared the talk session 3 weeks ago, 3 weeks later. And so next week is the Kondo-san at an intellectual property education I forgot. I'm not sure the English name. And the 2 weeks later is the Saito-san at the patent side. And the last week, the main is the Chizatamago-san. IPX. I'm not sure. IPX English.
This is handle name or
handle name, yeah. Nickname.
nickname.
yeah. So, and the COVID is so, and just now is the 11 p.m. and
11 p.m.
and it's just 30 minutes past. And so we need to the moving to the next topics. Next topics means the other topics.
Other topics.
And it's a free discussion.
Okay, so before Yuasa-san, which is the Chizai Bar, original Chizai Bar master, said that he is interested in studying English. But so, Nozaki-san, how have you been studying English?
Okay, gotcha. It's a very simple. My answer is very always simple. And please quit your organization and join the companies where the Japanese people. So you are only Japanese staff, and the other guys non-Japanese English speaking people. And please working for 3 or 6 months. You can improve.
Okay, I understand. So we should be forced.
Yeah, exactly. And also I think, and so when so Okumura-san and learn the Korean, it's I think it's a same situation.
Same. Yeah, I live in Korea.
So you went to Korea and in Seoul.
Yeah.
But other times he could not speak Korean well. So
actually, before I entered Korea, I entered a Korean farm. Of course, I studied Korean, but just like a grammar or word or. But after I went to Korea, I couldn't listen to what people say. So I was very suffering from that situation. But gradually, I will be able to understand. So English is also same, I think.
And so, I'm not sure how do I say in English and the Japanese proverb, 習うより慣れろ in Japanese. And do you know the English phrases?
I'm not sure. Getting used to is much better than.
Exactly. Something like that.
Yeah.
And but how do I say? And learning English using a textbook, it doesn't make sense. So
I think both important. So like for example, if in your case you already had a knowledge about reading the grammar.
Yeah.
And in my case too, but some people didn't study or didn't have some basic knowledge about English or foreign languages. But just try to speak. I think it's not so good.
Okay. So I'd like to recommend easy to read to how to say and set up the basis of the English and to read the simple English book. And this is the intelligence book and it's a analysis book and it's a very classic books and I've heard a Japanese version, translation version, and then bought this version. So and it's good and because the how do I say and I already understand the content of the book in Japanese and then read the English and so and how do I say I'm just focusing on the English phrases and also you should not select the difficult English books. It's a simple one.
Simple, but just I think making the situation is important. So
and also how to say and relating to the jobs or tasks. And I'm not sure. And I like to read the how to say and books related to the business skills. So and it's a good for me. It was a good for me, but I'm not sure that someone likes to read novels or other types of books. And but how to say it's good for good to improve the English skills reading the books and which relate to the interest. Someone's interest.
Topic is very
important.
Exactly. If we try to read not interesting topics, it's hard to understand. Because it's English. Even I think that even reading Japanese is difficult, but in English, so hard.
Exactly. So, and I tried 20 years ago, I think 20 or 50 years ago, I once tried to watch the TV program for improving English. And which TV program is Ali My Love? Do you remember the Ali My Love? Ali My Love.
All in my life.
In my life is the main actress is the Calista Flockhart, and now is the wife of the Harrison Ford, and the I think Harrison Ford. So Ali My Love is the legal comic, love comic, legal love drama or something like that. And the English is sometimes legal, and the attorneys talking, but mainly the love comedy. So and the ice and how do I say and stop to watch because it's a very big hurdle for me.
I like the daily life or love comedy or this kind of the one is more difficult than the specific one. So.
But how does and I remember many and the Japanese old women and the love the Korean drama 10 or 20 years ago. At that time, the many Japanese old women learned Korean. Winter Sonata. I'm not sure the Korean names.
겨울 용가.
I don't know. But I think it's an interest. They were very interested in the Korean drama, and they are eager to learn Korean languages. Because they like to listen to the dialect and the voice and the Peonju.
Actually, so to study Korean, I went to the Korean school, and besides me, in my case, I have to study because I was in the Korean farm, so I have to study. But the other people just studying Korean because they like the K-pop or Korean drama, but I didn't understand. Like something like that. But teacher also know that I'm not interested in the K-pop or drama, but just I use the Korean. I wanted to use Korean in business. So
really? It's a pure purpose.
But I actually watched some drama, TV drama in Korean.
Okay, gotcha. But I remember that I heard from you and you like to learn third language, fourth languages, and now you Japanese and Korean and English. And did you say how to say you'd like to learn the fourth languages?
Actually, I'm interested in studying fourth.
Which languages?
Which language is the German or Mandarin Chinese or?
I think the Mandarin Chinese is the best choice because the Mandarin is the how to say as the most biggest population and speaking languages English or Mandarin language, Mandarin Chinese.
So,
but I'd like to recommend the Russian.
Russian.
Because my second language is at the university is Russian.
Oh, really?
Really. I learned 4 years. I learned 4 years.
I'm very surprised. I just my image was you studied German.
Yeah, exactly. I actually I think many almost university and
studying
students select the language, second languages. English are necessary, and the next second language is it's a selection. And so I posted the Germany and the Chinese and Russian. I like to take a Chinese class because And I'm not sure the English name, but Daichi no Ko, and written by the Toyoko Yamazaki, and a very, very famous novel. And so Daichi no Ko was on the TV program, and just before joining the university. So I like Chinese. I like to learn Chinese, and so I posted. But so Chinese are very many people posted, so there are no. And so Russian is very few people.
I think so.
And every people posted that Russian is the Russian languages. So but Russian is how do you say? It's a good languages, and because
Russian alphabet is really mixed, or like P is K or something like that.
Yes, and R is the adverse. R is ya. And the C is S.
C is S.
C is S.
Very confusing.
And the N, adverse N is the I.
So hard.
Yeah. And it's the Russian language originated from the Kirill.
Kirill.
Oh, and Fujimoto-san posted a message. Can I join?
Oh, of course, officer. You can join.
And Fujimoto-san, please. And I already sent the Zoom's URL and the password.
We are looking
and please join. And so I can allow you to join this program.
So maybe he will become in 30 seconds or something.
And so, but I forgot almost Russian. And 2 or 3 and Здравствуйте. And it's like a hello. Здравствуйте. And I think you know the спасибо.
Спасибо.
Yeah. Спасибо, хорошо. Очень хорошо. Хорошо. And спокойной ночи. And good evening. No. And like good evening. Spokojной ночи is the good evening. No. Good evening. And I'm sorry. I forgot the English. And in Japanese, おやすみなさい.
Good night.
Good night. Yeah, good night. And Mr. Fujimoto join us. あれ Hey, Fujimoto-san. Please welcome.
Welcome to English Chizai Bar.
Can you hear? Can you hear?
Oh yes.
Okay. Can you hear? Okay. Yeah. Please welcome.
Welcome.
And that's the English
Chizai Bar. Cheers again.
Long time no see, Okumura-san.
Yeah. So the last time I saw you was, I think,
end of the January.
End of January. Yeah. In Osaka.
Yeah.
I'd like to go again.
Fujimoto-san, your microphone is working well?
Yes.
Okay, gotcha. Okay. And do you have alcohol?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. And cheers.
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 How do you say in Russian?
Russian.
How do you say? I said Korean.
Russian.
I know. I don't know.
Forgot.
You forgot. Okay. I know. In Italian, chin chin.
Really?
Oh,
yeah.
Oh, really?
I know. I don't speak Italian, but I know this word.
Really? So, Fujimoto-san, you already finished another appointment?
Finish?
Yeah, another online drink party. I had a drink party with my co-workers, my employees.
Really? And you joined an office drinking, online drinking party?
Yeah.
Gotcha. And so you just finished and then joined this program?
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, but how they say, and so I need to read another message on the chat, and from the Pinion-san, and in Japanese, まさかの英語版. Yeah, it's an English Chizai Bar.
It's English Chizai Bar. English Chizai Bar.
Yeah, まさかの英語版. Yeah, in Japanese, but English Chizai Bar.
I'm not sure somebody, some foreign people watch this program or not.
Yeah, but now is 7 people are watching
7
this
people.
program. 7, yeah.
7 people.
And but 2 is my PC and my second PC is 2. And so 5 people
5 people.
might be watching.
Okay.
I'm not sure. Yeah, but how they say, and so we are, so Fujimoto-san, we are talking about the how they say, and our introduction, and also the COVID-19, the Japanese situation, and mainly from the intellectual property perspective. And so I'd like to ask Fujimoto-san to introduce yourself, and also, and you, and recently you deliver the YouTube movie and related to the COVID-19 situations. And is it okay for you and to speak and your introduction and also your
Introduction, okay. Hi everyone. I'm Shuichi Fujimoto from Sun Group. Sun Group is comprised of Fujimoto and the partners. It's a patent firm, and also Nets company. It's a patent searching company, and Tatra is IP education company. So we can provide total IP services.
finish?
Okay. Oh, finish.
But I am just aware. So, and it's the first time for between Fujimoto and me, and to talk, speak English.
Okay.
I don't remember we talk and with Fujimoto. I talk with Fujimoto in
really?
English. Yeah, because yeah. I went to the Korea with you with Okumura-san. So at that time we talked in English. We talked in English. And I must so. And I've never been to the foreign countries with Fujimoto-san. So it's always drinking with the Tokyo area or the Kansai area. So in Japanese.
Okay, next time we're gonna go to foreign events. together.
Gotcha. But I'm not sure when we will.
I'm not sure.
Next year.
3 years or 5 years.
No, next year.
Next year.
Yeah, but I think you guys went to the upper last year in Taiwan.
I attended. Yeah.
And the Fujimoto-san already joined.
Yeah,
and
I
also
attended
joined the upper.
with my colleagues. Yeah.
And so upper is the how to say Asian Patent
Asian Patent
Association.
Attorney Associations. Yeah.
So which means the how to say upper is held in Asian countries.
Mainly Asian countries, but
Yeah. But actually this year is held in Gold Coast.
Australia.
But it was postponed. I'm not sure when
maybe
it was.
will be postponed. Not this. I think not decided, but maybe postponed.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe. Gotcha. And also how to say, and I'm not a patent attorney, but how to say, and the Fujimoto-san's company, Fujimoto-san, the Fujimoto partners, there are many attorneys, and so my company is only me. So I do not have I do not hire any patent attorneys, but I can. And can I join?
Not really.
Not really.
Yeah, no, you cannot. But
you cannot.
Only yourself. No.
Gotcha. So and I need to join Okumura-san's farm.
Yeah, I think it's possible.
Yes, it's possible.
Yeah, if you'd like to go.
Tentative partner.
Tentative partner. It's okay.
So, for example, other IP conferences such as INTA, Nozaki-san, you can attend.
INTA is, and it's no problem for me to attend.
No problem.
And
also INTA is the biggest, so big one.
Yeah.
So you guys, have you ever been attend the INTA? How many times joined the INTA?
I've never been to INTA.
Really? Oh.
Actually, I've never been there. Yeah.
You've never been?
I'd like to go, but yeah, I heard from somebody. Yeah, INTA is
so I know.
Stop talking.
Every time Appa is not so big but interesting.
Yeah, it's familiar.
So and also it's how to say, I think it's a very good opportunity for you guys to communicate with the an agent and partners.
Yeah, but not only Asian attorneys, but also European and United States. Yeah.
Yes.
You mean how to say, and the US guys and the European guys and also join the APA?
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
Oh.
Like for example, in my case, the last time is Taiwan, but I had an appointment with more U.S. attorneys, German attorneys, Australian attorneys, and of course a lot of the Asian attorneys like China, Taiwan or Korea or something like that.
So and they are the member of the APA. Oh, so the
basically member was APA, but I think the U.S. attorneys or German attorneys are not member of the APA, but
not a member, like a guest.
Guest ね。Oh, guest is how to say, and someone invited them to join APA. What is how to say? And I'm very I'm not sure what is the guest and the position.
But I think they applied by themselves.
So they
have to pay. I think they have to pay.
But the Fujimoto-san said I cannot join the APA because I'm not a patent attorney.
Yeah, right.
And the qualification needed as a patent attorney is one of the qualifications.
Exactly.
Yes.
Yeah, but I'm very envy and because a day before yesterday, and I had a session with Fujimoto-san and in a Japanese session.
Oh, really?
As I said,
sorry. I just kidding.
Japanese.
Just kidding. Oh, you said Japanese, right? Oh, you have to pay.
English.
You have to
pay. And so I planned to go to the Germany to attend the patent science summit and in a Bonn.
Yeah, Bonn.
So I of course the patent science summit was postponed or cancelled due to the COVID-19, and also I'd like to join Korean Patex, and also the China's the CPAC.
CPAC,
yeah. But I think these conferences are also might be postponed.
I think so.
So so I think it's a very I cannot expect to go to the abroad this year.
I think this year is possible.
Nozaki-san, I said day after
the day before.
2 days ago. CPAC will be held.
CPAC will be held.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
CPAC will be held. Might be held.
Yeah.
In which area? Nanjing. And which areas? Xinjiang.
No. Donju. I don't.
In Japanese.
Soshu.
Soshu. Okay. Soshu. Yeah, and the Chinese province is difficult for us to pronounce in English.
Yes.
Yeah. So and we can only say the Beijing or Nanjing or Xinjiang or Hong Kong,
Shanghai.
Yeah. It's very difficult for us as how to say and the southwest areas. Yeah. Okay. Gotcha. But how to say, and first time some strategy I worry about. We can keep English talk for Noa.
Sure, we can keep.
So we can keep.
Very surprised.
We could keep.
Almost keep.
Yeah, almost. Yeah. Over the 98% or 99%.
Yeah, I think so.
We use English, only English.
We also have a lot of chance to use English still now, like talk to foreign people or.
Yeah. Yes. But now, so as you know, for for the coronavirus.
Uh-huh.
So foreign attorneys cannot visit our office. I mean, they cannot go to the Japan. So it's decreasing to opportunity to speak English.
So what about instead, do you have conduct some meeting, the remote meeting in English? No?
You mean a web meeting?
Sometimes. Not so many.
But you posted on the Facebook or Twitter, and you had a web meeting with Argentina or the Latin America, the attorneys, or other countries. Uruguay.
Uruguay.
Yeah, Uruguay. Yeah.
But how to say, jet lag time difference is 12 was 30 hours.
Yeah. Opposite time.
Yeah. Almost opposite.
Time is opposite and season is opposite too. So completely opposite.
Yeah.
There, so in English, not the south hemisphere. I forgot almost English words.
Very difficult word. Hemisphere, latitude, longitude, 緯度経度
And also, so Fujimoto-san, and in 20 or almost 20 years ago, you went to the US to learn study the English.
Yeah, exactly. I stayed in Florida, USA.
Florida. And 1 year or 2 year? 1 year?
No. Just 10 months.
10 months.
10 months. Oh.
Yeah, but I shared apartment with my Venezuelan guy. Venezuela, Venezuela. Yeah. So he was same age as me. So I had to speak English all day because I shared apartment. So maybe I could study English many chances.
Whatever is Spanish, whatever like
Spanish. Yeah, Spanish. I can speak Spanish. Yeah.
Actually, I know some words Spanish too.
¿Cómo estás?
¿Cómo estás? Muy bien.
Muy bien.
Soy japonés.
Yeah.
Because actually, when I was a student, I took the Spanish as a foreign second languages, but I forgot almost everything.
Yeah, my second language was Chinese. So.
Chinese. Wow.
Oh, really?
Do you remember? Do you remember Chinese? Mandarin Chinese?
Yeah. What's 11 then?
Oh. Well, I understand. I'm Japanese. It means.
Yeah, right.
So, Fujimoto-san's second language is Chinese, and Okumura-san's second language is Spanish.
Spanish, yes.
And my second language is Russian. So nobody takes Germany as the second languages.
I took the Spanish, but I forgot. But instead, I speak Korean.
Yeah. 안녕하세요.
안녕하세요.
Fujimoto-san can speak Korean?
Some words.
Not really.
Yeah, but Okumura-san's Korean is and in Japanese is gachi.
I speak Korean better than English actually, because Korean is very similar view of the grammar or vocabulary. Korean is similar to Japanese, so that's why.
Yeah. And some word is same pronunciation, right?
Yeah.
Such as 가방.
약속 is 약속. 고속도로.
Yeah.
가방. I know.
Okay, and so almost the time is and 11:30.
Wow.
And we needed to close this English program and English Chizai Bar. And so I'd like to ask the Okumura-san the closing talking.
Okay. So thank you for listening. I'm not sure. We almost attained the complete English conversation. So I'm very surprised and happy. And so to transmit, propagate good information in English, we'd like to keep this program in the future, right? Nozaki-san. And also thank you for coming. Fujimoto-san, thank you for coming to joining as a surprise. So
Thank you.
Very happy to.
My pleasure.
So that's all.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
So, and today is that's all. And so we'd like to have a second session soon.
Yeah, I hope so.
In Japanese?
No, in English.
English.
This is English Chizai Bar.
Okay.
Okay, so, and we need to close this session today. Okay, so,
Okay.
bye-bye.
Bye
Bye bye.
bye.
See you.
See you.
See you.